Yo, welcome to another episode of the Styles Cast. It's me, Styles, episode 6. Man, I know I was supposed to had definitely recorded this weeks ago for episode 6, weeks ago, but man, a nigga been busy. Just been busy. So I said, I was gonna get it done this week, no matter what, and we gonna keep going. We gonna get back into the flow of things for sure, for sure. So it's a lot to talk about, especially NBA wise, man. So we got the New York Knicks NBA champions. We had the NBA draft. We had the NBA offseason already kick off. But we gonna kick it off with the Cubs because we gonna do baseball first, get it out the way. Because it's gonna be a lot to talk about NBA wise. So without further ado, let's talk about my Chicago Cubs coming off a loss last night. Played the Cincinnati Reds. Lost that game 4-0 last night in Cincinnati. Kicked off a series. So we going a whole weekend leading up to All-Star break. Tonight we got a side on the mound. Who's going for them? Lodolo. He's going for the Reds tonight, the left-hander. So we're gonna see how that shakes out. But man, quick recap about these Cubs, bro. What I've been noticing these last couple of weeks. Hey man, they beat the bad teams, but they ain't beat nobody good. They ain't beat nobody good. And Mr. $175 million man, Mr. Slap Hitter, Alex Slap-a-Ball Bregman. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. And it goes back to the off season. I said it, and I'm gonna say it again. Jed had a garbage off season this last off season. Just terrible. Cabrera's out. Bregman is 32 years old and looking every bit of it. And real quick, man, I'm really tired of this shit. I'm really tired of seeing it on Twitter. All these weird ass stats they bring up to protect these players. Especially, but mainly Swanson and Bregman. These weird stats down these niggas talking about bat angle swings and shit like that. Like he's gonna turn it around, nigga. I don't give a fuck about any of that. None of that. I want to see production. I don't care about any of that. I don't care how his bat looking in the zone, how much power he's generating. I want to see production. You got paid $175 million. And it was so much hype surrounding this nigga in January when he signed him. That's why I said I need 3 good years, but we ain't getting that. We are not getting that. So if we keeping track at home, so what was the last episode? It was June 12th. We took the series from the Giants. Took the series from the Colorado Rockies. We split 1-1 with the Blue Jays, but the last game got rained out. And then we had the 2-game series, the 4-game series in New York, which was Dansby Swanson's coming out party. Everybody went crazy. He went crazy. So they like I said, they beat up the bad team. They beat the Mets. They took that series. The Mets have been bad, unfortunately. Took the series in Milwaukee, which was good. Took the series versus the Padres. Like I said, they beat the bad teams. They are beating the bad teams. Lost the series to the Cardinals. And, I hate losing to the Cardinals because they're the Cardinals, bro. Who gives a fuck about St. Louis? What's in St. Louis? Nothing. Then we took the series in Baltimore, which we should have swept, but the bullpen's ass. Another garbage all season, like I said about Jed. Garbage. And I'm not going to stop saying it. No matter what stupid ass stat you want to use, garbage. Then now tonight we got we trying to see if we can take the series versus the Reds. Now I don't know, but I'm gonna just thinking about it. Man, the Cubs ain't doing nothing this year, bro. They're not doing nothing, and it's already a disappointing season because they spent all this money, intelligent spending. They spent all this damn money. And they're a wild card team, leading the wild card, so they'll host a playoff series at home if they maintain, which is a disappointment. It's a failure. This is Chicago. This is Chicago. The expectation should be higher than the wild card team. Who wants to walk around talking about we got a wild card game? That's a disappointment, especially considering all the money you spent, and the Brewers ain't spent half the money you spent. Half the money you spent, and they in first place cruising. The Cubs have been winning all these games and haven't made up any ground on the Brewers, bro. Any ground on the Brewers. I think as of today, they're 7.5 games out of first place to the Brewers. 7.5 games, considering they lost last night. The Brewers didn't play last night because they got rained out, but they playing right now. It's just garbage. So goes back to, like I said, Jed had a garbage off season. Phil Madden, garbage. He's been ass all year. Bregman, garbage, been ass all year. These bullpen pieces they've been stringing together and bringing out ass. They had a nigga. I wrote it down. He's not on the team anymore. That's how ass it is. It's just ringing around the rosy with the bullpen. Jaden Murray, nigga was ass. They had this nigga last night, Woodford, ass. Gat Rock. It's just like, damn, bro. Like I said, if that was me, I would go in the front offices. I'm smashing computers, bro. I'm smashing computers. What? Go look at a nigga and stop looking at these damn computers. What your eyes telling you about somebody? Stop looking at these computers. Stop using computers. Too much nerd shit going on, bro. Too much nerd shit, and it's getting saluted. That shit gotta stop. It gotta stop. So they just a garbage all season. We never ever should have signed Bregman. We should have overpaid for Dylan Cease. If you're gonna overpay for somebody, overpay for a pitcher. Dylan Cease just almost damn near had a no hitter the other day. That's how you could have wrote the ship for trading Dylan Cease when you did for Jose Quintana that day. I don't want to talk about it. So Mega Shaw should have been the third baseman the beginning of the year. He should have been our third baseman, not no Alex Bregman. Shaw deserved a chance to be the third baseman this year going into the year, but that just told Matt Shaw, we don't really believe in you. We believe this 32-year-old $175 million slap hitter will be better than you. And Mega Shaw should have had his chance to prove himself. Save that money, put it on Dylan Cease. So I'm losing hope. Definitely, I lost a lot of hope and trust in Jed. And no matter no nerd shit you talk about, no, I'm not saluting it. The Kyle Tucker move last year, it was they stepped out the box. But and all the media told me that Kyle Tucker was this big superstar bat. The nigga folded, and he looks garbage this year. So that's another dud move. So I just want to see this team do something versus somebody good. Be somebody good, and you'll get my attention. Swanson went crazy versus the Mets. Garbage. Padres. Garbage. Hey, I'm not moved by this, man. I'm not moved by this. So you want to impress me? Be somebody good, bro. Be somebody good. So, $175 million nigga, I think you need to be investigated for stealing. For robbing the Chicago Cubs organization of $175 million. We got 4 more years of this bullshit. 4 more years of pop flies and bullshit quotes. 4 more years of that, man. So, enough. I don't want to talk about the Cubs no more. Unfortunately, Ben Brown is out. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be done for the whole year. That was one of our best pitchers, and a lot of the fans hated on him. What I'm hoping for coming up, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna see it. Kevin Alcantara is gonna get traded. I think eventually these next couple of weeks, which I definitely hope, because I'm just tired of the bullshit that these Kevin Alcantara got to deal with. He all these fans telling, just going around on Twitter, and a lot of racial undertones as well. Because he had a mistake on the basis, so they can just bash the man, tell me he sucked because stats and made a mistake on the basis. We'll never get a real opportunity to see how he looks. Unfortunately, Craig Counsell doesn't play him at all. He's literally just on the bench. So I really hope that he gets traded, and I really hope that he, once he gets traded, he goes to shine somewhere, so we can see, how goofy the fans are for, even saluting him. But besides that, man, let's move on into the, NBA. Let's talk about NBA. Move on to the NBA, man. First of all, just want to, say, shouts to the Knicks. They finally won a championship. So salute to them. Salute to Jalen Brunson. Finals MVP, King of New York. It's New York. So yeah, shouts to Brunson. Let's get into the the NBA draft. Uh, everything came to pass with the Chicago Bulls. We finally got we drafted Caleb Wilson. Um, now we got to get used to that. Caleb Wilson, not Caleb Williams. We got two Calebs in Chicago, two superstar Calebs in Chicago. It's a great time to be alive. It's a great time to be a Chicago sports fan with Caleb Wilson and Caleb Williams leading the way. Then we also drafted Dylan Swain. Now, and then we also signed in the offseason, we signed Norman Powell. Now, real quick, last night the Bulls played their summer league game. Caleb Wilson looked, every bit of a superstar. Definitely had a summer league high. Nobody's done it in summer league. Had 35 points last night, which was crazy. 7 threes, knocked down 7 threes, and going into the draft, they said he wasn't a shooter. He had to improve his shooting. The jumper looked clean. We seen since he's been in Chicago, he's been in the gym. He's been in the gym nonstop. He's been working. So that's good to see. And then also the Bulls hired a head coach as well, Tiago Splitter. As you know, he was the intern coach last year with the Blazers after Chauncey Billups got caught up in the gambling scandal. And Splitter had to take over. Do I have an opinion about Splitter? No, I don't. Like I always say, I'm a wait and see kind of nigga. So I gotta see what you do before I judge you. I have no thoughts at all, no anything with it. So I just have to see what he does with the group. And then all season so far, we signed Norman Powell as a free agent, and that's pretty much it with the Bulls. We're gonna see where this roster, how this roster looks come January, February, during the year. Just because there's definitely a lot more guys that should be getting moved off this roster that I would like to see moved. One thing I would like to say, I was, I know a lot of people was hard on Noah Nsengu last night, but he had some moments, and definitely left the game. And I was like, yeah, let's see what he can do if he can build on what he did last night. I think he finished with 10 points. He gotta knock his free throws down though. He gotta knock his free throws down. He missed a couple free throws that he should have made. But he ain't played in like 10 months, 9 or 10 months. So, and he also had 4 blocks, and that's encouraging. If he can protect the rim, play some great defense, then hey, he can stay on the floor. He can be in a rotation. He can make an impact for this team. So I'm rooting for Noah to figure it out. Because this team can definitely use him. The team can definitely use him. Now let's get into the actual NBA as a whole, man, because the NBA has been insane this offseason, bro. Starting off with the Timberwolves really kicked it off this offseason, going out to go acquire LaMelo Ball, bro. I think that was the craziest move. LaMelo Ball was traded to the Timberwolves in the offseason. And it shook the world up. But then then we got another bomb. The Boston Celtics, they traded Jaylen Brown. Now with that one, man, I can't say I was really shocked per se because this before he got traded, before the offseason really kicked off, he was in rumors talking about potentially being traded for Giannis Antetokounmpo. So Giannis ended up getting traded to Miami. Jalen ended up getting traded to the Sixers. So I think that was a huge mistake by the Celtics. I'm calling cap on the BS what Brad Stevens said and what the owner, because I seen that story they did on him, how he's just the face of Bill Chisholm. He's just a face, and the Celtics are really owned by some other ownership group. It was something like going down the rabbit deep hole, and pretty much how the Celtics dumped Jaylen Brown's salary just to get that contract off of them. They didn't want to commit to giving him another contract extension, and he's going to be making a lot of money. So I think the Celtics really fucked up trading Jaylen Brown, especially to a rival like the 76ers. Now Jaylen Brown is in Philly with Maxey and VJ Eshcom and then Embiid. I definitely like the move for the Sixers. I definitely think the Sixers definitely should be a top three team out the East coming out next year. With the Knicks, obviously, the Knicks are definitely up there as the top dog in the East. But I think the Sixers should be in there somewhere as well. And then who else? Who else? Giannis got, like I said, Giannis got traded to Miami. Let me, man. It's just so many moves. I done lost count. We still have no clarity on Peyton Watson. We don't know what he's doing. The Warriors ain't doing nothing at all. They sitting around waiting for LeBron. Everybody's waiting for LeBron. I still feel like LeBron loves it, all the attention he's getting right now, where everybody's questioning where he's gonna go. He's all in the media and everybody discussing. And then we also had Kawhi get traded as well. Kawhi went back to the Raptors. So I think the Raptors, I think the Sixers, I think the Knicks, I think those guys are definitely gotta be the favorites right now on paper to come out the East. Next year. Now the Kawhi trade is not official yet because the NBA is still investigating Kawhi due to the whole thing. Pablo Torre pulled the sheets off Kawhi's uncle and his how his uncle was dealing with these teams when Kawhi was a free agent, pushing for money, pushing for money under the table to get him to go sign. So that trade hasn't become official yet, but there's been reports and rumors floating around on Twitter that Kawhi may be suspended to begin the year due to the situation with what his uncle. Those top moves. Now with the LaMelo Ball move with the Timberwolves, I definitely like that move. I really wish the Timberwolves got a power forward, but preferably. I was hoping they would have got Rui Hachimura, but he ended up signing with the Clippers. I'm not too. I know they don't really have any money for real like that. So we got to see what they pivot to. Now the Lakers spent a lot of money this offseason as well. They re-signed Austin Reeves. They signed Quentin Grimes. They signed Walker Kessler. They went crazy with Kessler. And then they also, I'm not even gonna pronounce a nigga name. The forward on the Raptors, Sandro. I ain't gonna say that nigga last name because I do not know how to say it. Then they also got Colin Sexton as well. Now the Lakers, in the words of what's the nigga name? Jack Harlow. In the words of Jack Harlow, the Lakers got whiter. The Lakers got whiter. Jack Harlow said he got blacker, but the Lakers got whiter. That's probably one of the whitest teams I've seen in the NBA. The whitest team. They right now they have no wing defenders on that team. I'm not really big on what they paid Austin Reeves. Austin Reeves is a good player, but he's not like no max guy while I'm paying X amount of money for that nigga. As you see in the playoffs, he doesn't show up. He struggled big time. LeBron was the main reason. Crazy at 41. LeBron was the main reason they got out the first round last year. So we're going to see what the Lakers do. They traded a lot of their first picks to get Walker Kessler. I feel like the last 2 years that dude ain't even been available. So I really hope that he's actually on the court this year to help Luka. Now one guy I'm not worried about is Luka. I'm not worried about Luka at all. Trust me, I'm not worried about Luka. Luka's gonna do his thing. Luka's gonna get you, triple doubles. Gonna go for 40, 45. Luka's just a bucket. You ain't never gonna see me slandering Luka. I know people gonna talk about his defense and all that, but Luka's a bucket. Luka's a problem. So that's one guy I'm not gonna doubt is Luka. But Austin Reeves is a little bit more to be desired. Now what else? Now the big question with LeBron, where he's gonna play. I honestly think LeBron wouldn't be a bad fit with the Timberwolves. I think thinking about it, him signing with the Timberwolves would not be a bad idea to get with LaMelo and Anthony Edwards. LeBron just need to go get with a team where he can just slide in and he doesn't really have to go too hard and try to carry a team for the whole season. If he could just get can cruise during the regular season and turn up a little bit come playoffs, I think that'd be a great thing for LeBron because he's 41. But the dude don't look like he's not playing like he's still balling. even with all the BS that comes with LeBron, I ain't gonna hate on him and say he look garbage. He's still doing his thing, bro. So we gonna see where LeBron signs. Um, Now with Giannis went to Miami. Him and Bobby Portis ended up in Miami. They definitely have some work to do. They have a lot of work to do. I was hoping that they were able to get Anthony Simons as a free agent, but he ended up signing with the Sixers. Sixers have a lot of guards, and they're gonna get busy with their guard play. So we the be honest with you, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. That that Miami team, man, it kind of looks like the Giannis team in Milwaukee. I'm not gonna lie. It's Giannis and then Bam leading the way with that group. The Heat traded. It felt like the Carmelo Anthony trade when Melo got traded from Denver to the Knicks, where they traded every single role player and bench piece away to get Melo, and they were left with nothing to fill out the roster. So it looks like they're going to be signing guys to the veteran minimum to fill out that roster. I don't have really crazy high expectations from Miami this year. I will probably look more for them to do something more next offseason and see what they how they shake out. And then the Pistons. We signed. I'm still waiting on them. I feel like they got a big move coming some way somehow. They cleared out some cap space the other day. They still haven't got any. They haven't closed that with Jalen Duran. We're gonna see what how that shakes out, where he ends up. Where he ends up going. I'm pretty sure they're gonna resign him, but they want to get him at the price they prefer. I know they traded. I mean, they signed John Collins as well. They lost Tobias. I still feel like they need more guards. I know they drafted that guard in the draft. I'm sure he looks nice. He's gonna get some buckets. They did also trade for Isaiah Joe, but I feel like they still need more. I think they still need more from their guard play. I know they still got Duncan Robinson. Now one guy I think, and I'm gonna get flack for it. People don't really fuck with him, but I still fuck with him. Zach LaVine. I think Zach LaVine could be a real wild card in this during the regular season once he gets traded. I know he's making 50 mil, but come January, February, that's not gonna be 50 mil. It's gonna be chopped in half. So it's gonna be somebody taking the remainder of that contract and put him on their team. Maybe he even gets bought out. So I think teams like the Pistons, the Warriors, the Heat, those kind of teams, they should be looking at LaVine, be waiting for him to see where he goes. I know there's been rumors about Bradley Beal signing with the Heat, but that's like, Bradley Beal, you ain't been on the court in what, like 3-4 years, nigga. Every time I look up, you hurt, you out for the season. So, I think we have to pay attention to see what goes on with LaVine. Let's see where he ends up, and I hope that he can make an impact and dead the narrative on his career. Because I know a lot of people talk about him, and he's not a winning player and things like that. But the dude's a bucket, and I feel like if you can score a basketball, bro, you can help somebody on a championship team or looking to make some noise in the playoffs. So I really hope one of these teams ends up grabbing them. I still feel bad for Steph Curry. He's just wasting away in Golden State, bro. I keep saying I hope that he acts out. But I don't know. It's that team. The team is nasty. They fuck Steph Curry over plenty of time. Mainly the big thing that really killed their whole franchise was with them drafting James Wiseman with the second pick overall when they should have took LaMelo. They should have took LaMelo to go with Steph. That would have been perfect to have a little compliment guard to go with Steph. But they since then they haven't done right at all. I know they traded for Jimmy Butler towards ACL. They have no young guards. They have no young players. I know they took Yaxel in the draft. Yaxel has looked good, but they need way more youth than that. I think they need 2 or 3 more young players that can make an impact on this team. I'm not trusting Porzingis to be available. Somehow Porzingis got a pretty decent contract this offseason. I don't know how. The nigga been hurt the last 2 years too. Well, not just hurt, was sick too. Whatever he got going on with him. So we gonna see what goes on with them. Now Boston, they got PG now in the Jaylen Brown trade. They got PG, Paul George. to go with Tatum. And I'm trying to see how that team's gonna look as well. I know they also signed Mitchell Robinson as a free agent, so that's a nice pickup. Mitchell Robinson is nice. Um, so we're gonna see how Tatum can lead this group in this regular season. I know people are doubting Tatum, but I think Tatum's gonna do his thing. I know the one thing I really want Tatum to focus on to stop jacking up all those threes. Jack up less threes, man. You getting that mid range and cooking that mid range. I think if you jacked up less three, I think you're gonna have to jack up less threes this year. I know he's gonna become more of a playmaker. He's already a pretty good playmaker already. But if he can do something where he can average like 28, 10, and 6, I think that'll be nice for him. But yeah, we gonna see how the rest of this offseason shakes out. This is definitely been one of the craziest for sure. This is what the NBA wants. Adam Silver has slowly but surely ruined the NBA. He's causing teams to not be rewarded for drafting guys and building through their franchise. You can't be with a franchise for 10, 15 years anymore because if you're making max money, you're going to get traded. You only keep two max contracts on your roster, and you're going to get traded if you ball out. So. Congrats, Adam Silver. You're doing what you want to do, run the NBA. You're making all your money, so that's what you wanted to do. So I'm happy that you're happy, and the owners are happy. So that's all that matters, right? And one more thing. This experiment they're doing the summer league with the free throws, and they make one free throw that counts as 3 points. They get fouled for shooting the mid range, shooting for 2 points. They get fouled. They make a free throw that counts as 2 points. Stop messing with the game, man. Adam Silver, you've done enough. You've done enough. Stop. Leave it alone. We seen enough from you already, bro. Just cut it out. You made your money. The owners are happy. You happy. Just stop. Just stop. No Bears news this week. We are getting closer to the NFL. So as we get closer, I'm gonna turn up my Bears talk. But I'm not gonna be recycling stuff. Ain't nothing really to talk about with the Bears. It's just mainly just NBA offseason. So we're gonna see how the rest of the offseason goes. I did forget about the Bulls also signing Nick Claxton as well. Trading for him. They traded for him and they ain't traded anything to get him. He was a salary dump. So we do have a starting center this year. So that would be cool. But other than that, that was a quick rundown of man. It's been almost a month. For me since I recorded, so more episodes on the way. I will definitely make sure I get this out and then make sure I get a follow up with the next one next week. So thank y'all for tuning in. Remember to continue to like and subscribe, and then I'll see y'all again next week.